what do we start off with our first Love is Blind story, right? So to the left of this photo, the blonde one that you're seeing, the blonde girl you're seeing in the photo, that's Sara. And to the right is Monica. And then in this photo, you see Monica and her ex-fiance, Joey, who she said no to at the altar. Well, apparently, Joey and Sara are now dating. And Monica is pissed, not because they're dating. She doesn't care. She doesn't like that guy. But it's because she used to be really good friends with Sara. And Sara had been keeping this a secret from her. She found out from the internet that her supposed good friend that she had been venting about her relationship and her engagement to had been low-key feeling her man and is now dating him and never was going to say anything, it seemed like, right? So Monica did an interview saying, and I quote, "I've lived my whole life keeping the peace all the time. There's a time and place for that, but I've learned to use my voice when something feels off." And that obviously is in respect to the relationship that her ex-friend Sara has developed with her ex-fiance, Joey. So finding out about this relationship really pissed her off. And that is a direct quote from her, especially because Sara was denying it behind the scenes. Monica says, "I'm so sick of the lies. Just own up to it at this point. I texted Sara that I'm hearing a lot of things about you and Joey. Is there anything you need to tell me?" And she called me and said, "Nothing's official, but we are seeing each other." And apparently Sara also told her that she didn't want to make anything official with Joey until all of the online hate died down. So Monica also says that the timeline of this relationship was extremely hurtful to her. Sara told me this started a month ago, so that's at least 2 months ago now. I wouldn't be surprised if it was longer. All this time, when I was venting to her about Joey and she was saying she had my back, she was actually with him. It's a betrayal and it's very hurtful. It's no surprise from Joey. I don't think very highly of him and I don't want him in my life, but I'm hurt that Sara would do this to me. It's a lot of really not okay behavior. I'm at the point where people need to be held accountable. You want to keep it quiet and try to go on with your life? No. If you're going to do something hurtful like this, there are consequences. It looks like Monica is going scorched earth. Listen, I feel you. There's nothing like betrayal, trauma, betrayal, pain, right? All this time when I was venting to her, just to imagine that she was kind of plotting on my man behind my back. So listen, kudos to you, Monica, for being open about this, not letting them creep around, have a good edit or anything like that. Do y'all remember when her sister, the photographer, said, "Hey, your man, Joey, I don't trust him. I think that he is playing like a sort of a character and that he's not being authentic with you. So keep a good eye on him." And now look, it turned, and she got dragged a lot on the internet. A lot of people, myself included, thought that she was just jealous, right? Because Joey got into the house. He had like a good rapport with the family. And then he teased her for dating a guy that used to date her sister. She was saying that the guy was just with Monica's sister, biding his time to get with Monica. So we did naturally think, good morning, y'all. Thanks so much. We did naturally think that the sister was kind of hating, right? But now, come to find out, she was right. She had a point. That guy was performative. And you know what? He never came across as serious. So I am happy that she did get to say no at the altar and it wasn't him, because first of all, him on the longboard down the altar, wearing that Hawaiian shirt down the thing too. Like, he just tried so hard to be so kooky, to be so this, to be so that. It really did feel like a lot of friend vibes, just someone there for like a good moment or whatever. And I do find it to be very, very strange that that's what Sara's even into, because, half of her issue with Ben was that Ben doesn't care about anything serious. Like, she's been sort of, so to say, radicalized by like the collective trauma that Americans had been going through during the most recent sort of racial tensions and whatnot. Does Joey look like the type of guy to care about that? No, he really doesn't. So here she is with yet another guy that doesn't seem to really care about that sort of thing. So it does make you wonder what her real principles are, and for someone to be so principled, How do you go and do that sort of a thing to another woman? It just does not feel right. I feel like if you truly do have strong principles as a woman, you would never, ever in a million years, especially to a friend, go behind your friend's back, start dating her fiance, and then lie to her about the fact that you're dating her fiance. It's weird. You know, I already said in one of my Love is Blind reviews that Sara is fake. She's performative. She just wants to have, like, you know, a sort of reputation as this fake social justice warrior girl, but it's not who she is. She doesn't actually care about the things she claims to care about. She just wants to look as though she cares about these things. And it's just becoming more and more apparent that she's actually a rather slimy girl. I'm disappointed. You shouldn't be able to do this to a friend. Like, I would just feel too terribly. Listen, all these men in the world, and you're going to go behind a friend, a girlfriend's back, and snatch, you know, someone. It doesn't matter if she dumped him at the altar. There's still feelings there. And the thing is, I don't think that Monica would have cared if Sara were just upfront with her about it. You know, it's just about all the sneaking around. And now you're trying to fudge up the timeline. I'm sorry, but I'm curious about, you know, is it true that it only, you know, because rumor has it that this has been about a year in the making, right? Cynthia says Sara is shady for that, but this is a blessing in disguise. I agree. Once again, Monica, congratulations to you for walking away from this guy. He has no substance. He like you, Sara, and I do think that this is something that they have in common. They just want to be perceived a certain way. Maybe they don't know who they are yet, but they want to be perceived a certain way. And they're more preoccupied with that than who they actually are in actual character development. Jessica says, I don't see them working out either. Right? It's not happening. And now look, you sullied your reputation. You ruined a great friendship for this guy. I'm sorry, but this guy, really? Anyway.